The story is about Tanjiro Kamado, a kind-hearted and intelligent boy who lives with his mother and siblings in a mountainous area. He became his family's breadwinner after his father's death, making trips to the nearby village to sell charcoal. One day, when he returned from selling charcoal down the mountain in the dark and snow, Mr. Saburo advised him to stay and return the following day. Everything changed when Tanjiro came home the next day. He smelled blood near the house. Tanjiro instantly ran back. And a horrifying scene to discover that his family was attacked and slaughtered by a demon. Seeing that his sister Nezuko was still warm, he carried her down the mountain to find help. Unfortunately, on the way, Nezuko gradually turned into a demon and attacked his brother. At this crucial moment, the Jiyu Tower arrived to rescue him. Jiyu was going to kill Nezuko, but Tanjiro realized that his sister was still there. Tanjiro Daredevil rushed to Jiyu's place. He used a fake pose to hide the axe. Jiyu spared both of their lives. He told the two brothers to go down the mountain to find a man named Seikanji at the foot of Sagiri Mountain. Tanjiro and his sister are on their way to Sagiri Mountain to find Master Seikanji. He led Nezuko in to find a family that had been murdered by the demon, which turned around to knock him out. But when her brother was about to have his neck broken, she kept her composure and quickly jumped out and kicked the demon's head off. After a while of fighting, Tanjiro was able to pin the demon's head to a tree. When he was about to use a knife to kill it, a hand was placed on his shoulder. A man with a Tengu mask said, "You can't kill the demon that way." The sun rose and instantly burned the demon to ashes. If Tanjiro lets his sister kill innocent people, then he must kill Nezuko and commit suicide by slashing his stomach. He said that if Tanjiro reached the bottom of the mountain and returned home before dawn, he would accept him as his student. However, thanks to his keen sense of smell, he sniffed and dodged all the traps and returned in time. Seikanji, seeing the determination in the child Jiyu entrusted him with, decided to accept him. Arc 3 starts with the demon-slaying corps set up to protect humans, where Seikanji is the head spear. So Tanjiro begins his years of training. He writes down everything that he learns in his diaries so that one day he could read it to his younger sister. He then entered the 10 forms of water breathing training, breathing oxygen to increase his healing and combat abilities. After a year of training, Seikanji tells Tanjiro that he has nothing else to teach the boy. So he leads Tanjiro to a big rock and says, if he can split the block in half, he will be allowed to take the final choice test. Tanjiro used up what he wrote in his diary every day. But as another half-year passed, he was still unable to split the rock. Until a young man wearing a fox mask named Sabato appeared. Both went into battle. After a while, Tanjiro collapsed under Sabato's wooden sword. Sabato then asks a girl named Makomo to take care of him and show him his shortcomings, and also help him increase his fighting ability. Half a year of training passed, and he challenged Sabato to a duel. Sabato smiled along with Makomo, wishing Tanjiro good luck in the exam and fighting on his behalf. Then the two of them left. Tanjiro's slash just now also broke the rock in half. Master Seikanji walked over and hugged Tanjiro. He originally did not want him to participate in the test for fear that he would die like the previous students. He also gave Tanjiro an enchanted mask to protect him against demonic magic. The next morning, he took the sun ring blade and said goodbye to the teacher. Tanjiro entered the exam, and about 20 people were participating. The exam requires contestants to survive 7 nights on top of a mountain. Successful survivors are then allowed to become full-fledged members of the Demon Slayer Corps. Before he could rest his sword, a deformed demon appeared. He is the demon that Master Seikanji captured 47 years ago. He ate 50 people including Sabato and Makomo. Learned of this, Tanjiro angrily rushed toward the demon. The water surface slashed off the demon's head to avenge Sabato and the Makomo. After slaying the demon, Tanjiro noticed its sadness, approached the demon's hand, and prayed for it. At the same time, he also said goodbye to Seikanji's deceased students, including Sabato and Makomo. In the end, Tanjiro along with 3 others passed the exam. He was given his own crow and chose iron ore to forge his sword. Returning from the exam, Tanjiro found Nezuko had woken up from a half-year-long sleep and kicked down the door to find him. Master Seikanji also came over to hug the 2 of them and congratulated him on his return. That night he revealed to Tanjiro that there is only one demon that can turn a human into a demon. The demon named Muzan, and maybe it knows how to turn your sister back into a human. 15 days later, a blacksmith named Hagenjika brought the sword forged from the spirit sword he had chosen. Tanjiro begins his first mission as a demon slayer. Tanjiro put on the core uniform, which can resist the clutches of low-level demons. He also thinks that Nezuko sleeps a lot to restore strength instead of eating humans. He saw the boy whose fiancé had been kidnapped by the demon the night before. At night, the demon's scent became stronger. When the demons were taking the next girl, he found them and saved the girl. Being caught off guard, and one rushed to attack Tanjiro, Nezuko jumped out of the box and shot straight at the demon's head. Tanjiro went down to the swamp to fight the other 2 demons. He created a powerful vortex that cut off the 2 demons' heads. In an emergency, Tanjiro promptly rushed to save his sister. Tanjiro asked the demon about Muzan. The demon trembled and did not dare to answer because if he revealed it, he would be killed by a curse. In vain, Tanjiro swung his sword and sent it off to the afterlife. Nezuko was exhausted and fell asleep to recover her body. After that, he accepted the next mission. Tanjiro and Nezuko go to a bustling city called Ashikusa in Tokyo, where there are always demons lurking. Then suddenly Tanjiro smelled the scent of the demon that killed his whole family. He ran after the smell of blood and met Muzan. However, he was living in the form of a human. He also has a wife and 1 child. Noticing the trouble, Muzan scratched a passerby into a demon so that Tanjiro wouldn't notice him, and at that moment left. Tanjiro yelled at Muzan, swore to find him, and cut his head off. At this time, a lady appeared using her blood to create wreaths to cover everyone's eyes. On her orders, Yoshiro came to lead Tanjiro to their mansion. These 2 have turned into demons but have broken the curse by only drinking blood and not eating humans. Right at this moment, the demon that Muzan ordered appeared to attack them.